King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hi everybody, it's another edition of New Japan Strong. We are on the road to Tag Team Turbulence. I'm Kevin Kelly along with Alex Kozlov. Alex, we've got three big ones coming up this week. We'll start with the DKC taking on a brand new version of Barrett Brown.
Well, you know, this is definitely a new and improved, focused version of Barrett Brown. He's finally seen the light, and we're going to see its manifestation tonight.
Alex Coughlin threw out the open challenge. Anybody in the world, come on and face him. First to answer the challenge, it was Josh Alexander. Now, this week, Mr. Kozlov, it's PJ Black.
Finally, the enigma of New Japan Pro Wrestling returns. That'll be exciting matchup.
Speaking of Josh Alexander, Alex, you gotta love this. One-on-one in our main event, Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, against your former tag team partner, Rocky Romero.
Well, Rocky is better prepared for a challenge like this. He's refocused himself, rededicated himself to his bread and butter, which is pro wrestling, and it's gonna be quite a challenge, Josh Alexander.
Let's get the action underway. New Japan Strong is on the air.
オープニングマッチ15分一本勝負を行います。
The opening match here on the road to Tag Team Turbulence is a singles encounter. And that young man right there will team with Kevin Knight starting next week. Let's see how LA Dojo represents.
Okay, so we got the DKC and Kevin Knight in the T3 tournament. How come we don't have Bateman and Barrett Brown?
I don't know. Why don't you go take it up with the matchmakers? You don't think the DKC and Kevin Knight belong? You don't think the LA Dojo should be represented?
No, I think that they should be represented, but if they're going to be represented, we need to have Team Deranged and Bateman and Barrett Brown is what I'm saying.
Okay, so then we kick out maybe West Coast Wrecking Crew, who will be the partners, who will be the opponents, rather.
Good with that. I mean, look at
What do you mean you're
Barrett
good with
Brown.
that? You want to kick them out? You want to kick out Brody King and Chris Dickinson?
I just want to make space for Barrett Brown.
Let's kick out Team Filthy. I'm all for that. Barrett Brown and Bateman cannot argue with their success as of late. Barrett Brown couldn't buy a win with a fistful of 50s.
Well, hold on a second. That's not exactly how it happened. I mean, after struggling to find harmony with his former tag team partner, the super selfish Adrian Quest, who was more concerned about glory for himself than for the team as a whole, pushed Barrett Brown into another energy field. I would say a somewhat darker space, but a space in which you gotta admit he's found himself in.
Yeah, a win is a win is a win, and you cannot argue with the success. And Barrett Brown will take on the DKC in our opening contest here on this episode of New Japan Strong. We thank you very much for joining us. Referee Nick Banana will be the third man in the ring. I'm a little surprised that Mr. Bateman is not accompanying Barrett Brown out to ringside. He has been a part of Barrett Brown's success, especially most recently against Adrian Quest. Bell sounds are underway.
I'm guessing perhaps Bateman is not out there because he doesn't think that Barrett Brown needs the support. I think Barrett Brown is channeling that, newfound focus. I think he can handle himself.
Crossface applied by the DKC, who brought some wrestling experience and a great martial arts background, Alex, to the LA dojo where he was chosen to join. He basically called out Katsuyori Shibata, said, I want to train with you, and Shibata said, come with me, and the rest is history. DKC is certainly on the fast track to success. They're in the ropes, and we'll get back to a vertical base, and we'll restart things here in this opening match. Obviously, Barrett Brown listening to and taking the advice of a 20-year veteran in Bateman, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But like you said, it's definitely a much darker energy than what Shibata presents.
I mean, he seems to be thriving in this. I mean, he being pushed to his limit, he's had a change of heart in the way that he approaches his matches. It attracted a pro like Bateman, which says a lot about Barrett Brown.
Barrett Brown does seem to be much more in control, much less reckless when he was really pressing to try to get victories. Back heel trip, and now has the arm pinned underneath, and a stomp on the back of the arm could certainly wreck a wrist all the way up to the shoulder.
And this is a page from a book of Bateman, I would say. I mean, Bateman is known for isolating, the extremities and picking them apart. And I can see that Barrett Brown is utilizing that right now.
Looks like Barrett Brown's done his homework too, Alex, because that's the karate chop in hand of the DKC.
Yes, the lethal karate chops, DKC with that karate background.
You all right?
And back into the corner now, trying to find an opening. Barrett Brown did some work on that right hand, and DKC was a little reticent to use it. Barrett Brown now taking and dragging him out of the corner and stomping right down on that hand. Josh Alexander versus Rocky Romero is our main event. And folks, we cannot wait to see that. We're on the road to Tag Team Turbulence. The 8-team tournament kicks off next week. Barrett Brown in all kinds of control. Did you have any thoughts, Alex Kozlov, about speaking to Rocky Romero? Vertical suplex, the float over two, and a kick out. Talking to Rocky Romero and saying, hey, what about Forever Hooligans? Maybe we should be a part of this Tag Team Turbulence. Did you have that conversation?
I did not have that conversation. Actually, I was thinking of having that conversation with you.
Well, I would not be a good partner, being as I'm not a trained professional wrestler. I'm not an athlete. I'm more of an athletic supporter.
I don't know. You threw me off a little bit. You threw me off a little bit when you wanted to spar with Kratos.
No, that was not. No. That was your little fantasy. Two and a kick out. Well, so we don't get the reuniting Forever Hooligans maybe one day. Barrett Brown just raining down fists. DKC trying to cover up. Now puts the shoulders down. Gets a 2 count.
Barrett Brown has certainly come into this match with a great strategy. You can see how focused and determined he is. Although DKC, he's no easy task for anyone. He's one scrappy fella.
Barrett Brown very much in control, and the 10-year veteran now on top 2 and a kick out. This has been the time where Barrett Brown has started to get frustrated, unable to put his opponent away after gaining control. We'll see if the presence of Bateman can keep Barrett Brown calm in an otherwise stressful time.
Well, Barrett Brown is certainly less reckless, but no less deranged than we've seen him.
He is really working on that right hand, neutralizing one of the DKC's best weapons, pulling the fingers apart away from the referee. And Nick Bonanno sliding over, seeing if he needs to make a ruling on that.
Bonanza.
Yeah, Bonanno. The sledge forearm into the back, and now standing on the head of his opponent. A lot of fans are excited. Oh, wait a minute now, DKC. The hand might be bothering him, but the legs are true. Let's see if he can lock in something. Uh-oh.
I love this focus on Barrett Brown. The DKC tried to apply a submission maneuver, but Barrett Brown went straight for the arm again. DKC, known for his scrappiness, fighting with his left, whatever he's got left in him.
He's trying to throw those right forearms, and there goes for the karate chop. It's blocked.
Oh, and that schoolboy. Barrett Brown has got a really effective schoolboy.
And now set off the ropes, DKC, the leg trip. Follows up, Bulldog jams Barrett Brown head first.
Will he be able to? Oh, and he connects.
And Barrett Brown is down, almost out. Look at this, Alex.
Locking in that triangle, trapping the arm and neck of Barrett Brown. Very, very hard to breathe, but Barrett Brown holding on to that arm, twisting it in ways that it's not supposed to twist, escaping from that submission. And the agony and the pain that DKC is in right now.
Now
look at that.
Dragging him out, Fujiwara, and boy, he has got DKC right where he wants him. Will he be able to get a submission here? The young lion, DKC, trying and fighting to get to the ropes.
Not only is he pulling on that arm, but he's twisting the fingers backwards. Such an excruciating submission maneuver.
Well, Barrett Brown did not panic when DKC locked in that triangle. Instead, tried to grab a hold, eventually getting that right hand, forcing DKC to let go. Uh-oh, Barrett Brown gets caught. First little mistake that Barrett has made. Now, DKC connects with the boot. Here he comes flying.
Oh, and the schoolboy. He's got a really effective
tights.
schoolboy.
He's got the tights. The referee didn't see it. He had the tights.
Time, 7 minutes and 2 seconds.
Look, the tights are there. It's a schoolboy, Kevin.
Well, the added leverage certainly didn't hurt and made it much more difficult for the DKC to kick out. Unable to do so, Barrett Brown gets the victory. Tag Team Turbulence starts off next week. Barrett Brown and Bateman on the outside looking in of the 18 tournament. But we'll start next week with 4 first-round matches. We'll see if the DKC and Kevin Knight, how they fare. Will this hand issue be a problem for the DKC in the tournament? A lot of questions. We look forward to the answers here on New Japan Strong.
第2試合アレックス・コグリンチャレンジマッチシリーズ20分一本勝負を行います。
Alex Coughlin throws it out there. After facing Hikuleo, he wanted to continue to have those big tests, those big moments. First to answer was Josh Alexander. Now it's going to be PJ Black. Quite a learning experience. Wouldn't you agree, Alex?
Absolutely. You know, after a not so perfect record, he issued a challenge to anyone to show to the world that he's better than his record has been. His first opponent, like you said, was the debut of Josh Alexander, and while he didn't take the victory, he earned the respect of fans around the world and guys in the locker room for his fortitude.
Yeah, I tell you, and fans are loving the fact that Alex Coughlin made this type of challenge, because now we're getting to see people we haven't seen either before in Josh Alexander or in a while, like PJ Black. And what a great chance to see the Swami, the squared circle, once again.
Yes, it's been a while since we've seen this enigma of PJ Black. You know, he's a true daredevil, jumping off planes whenever he has a chance. You know, he's a base jumper. Did you know that he He suffered 2 accidents base jumping, one of them losing a part of his finger, which was later reattached. The man lives for that.
A worldwide reputation for toughness and a unique offensive style that will certainly provide some opportunities for learning for Alex Coughlin. And for Coughlin, Alex Coughlin, it's not necessarily about wins or losses at this point. He is a young lion. This is about learning, improving, and growing. But he's certainly testing himself by wanting to take on, the biggest and the best that the world can offer. Really jumping out of his comfort zone. And jumping into a side headlock very quickly is PJ Black, who you have known, for 20 years? A long, long time, right, Alex?
I've known him for some time. We actually locked horns back in Florida for a period of time when he was still a clean-shaven, younger version of himself. And, the man that he has become, he's his true, authentic self.
2, 3, 4.
And now calling for the clean break, Alex Coughlin keeping control of that side headlock, more of a defensive position, but I think expertly done. We recently saw on New Japan Pro Wrestling during the Kizuna Road Tour tests like these for both Yuya Uemura and Yota Tsuji, where they battled 5 different veterans in singles matches, and certainly was a great learning experience for both, as Alex Coughlin trying the full Nelson, Black with the reverse snapmare, and now going to the left arm, and immediately the crucifix puts Coughlin's shoulders down. He's able to kick out.
And Kevin, this, like you said, this is a great learning opportunity for guys like Alex Coughlin, a young lion. And in some ways, when we look at this match here, Alex Coughlin doesn't have so much to lose. He's got a lot more to win in this match. PJ Black has a lot more to lose.
Boy, it's a good thing Coughlin ducked that right hand, or it might have been lights out. Black gets out of the hammerlock, and now another forearm. And chop into the chest. Coughlin stiffening up, though.
Coughlin is like a wall. Did you hear the thud of that forearm? My God, they're throwing everything they have at each other.
Ooh, nobody's getting cheated here.
Oh.
That fighting spirit will make you do crazy things.
Watch that
And
face.
a hard right hand.
No, come on.
Now, as we remember, Alex Coughlin, he was sidelined with a neck injury for a while, but he's no ordinary human being. During his sideline, he trained like a beast, turned that neck into a neck of a horse.
Yeah, turned a potential weak spot into a strength. And PJ Black now just trying to find some openings here. Going from the neck, going to the hand. Trying to find a little bit of a weak spot. But there are very few in Alex Coughlin. His game is sound. His body is in just great shape. And PJ Black having to use all of his experience. The abdominal stretch applied.
Definitely.
And the doctor is in here. This man knows the human anatomy oh so well. And just like that, pulls the shoulders down. A kick out at 2 by Coughlin.
Oh, what a vicious spinning heel kick.
Here's a cover and another kick out. Coughlin certainly being tested here.
That's what makes me miss pro wrestling.
Really?
No, not really.
Right? You have not been hit once since you have started doing commentary with me, my boy.
You got to look out after your health. You got to be smart about it.
Well, I know PJ Black does a lot of study, in fact, getting his medical degree on the human body, on the mind, and ways to, just picture perfect. My goodness. Cover to the moonsault and a near fall. Trying to find ways to tap in to make your body do things that your mind restricts it from. It's fascinating science, and that's why PJ Black is so good inside this squared circle. He's freed his mind. There are no limits. 2, and another near fall.
also, by learning about the physiology of the human body, you can learn, where the weak spots of a human being are and attack them. I mean, he can use that and be a much more dangerous opponent in that ring.
They talk about the science of professional wrestling, and PJ Black has worked to perfect it. Snap suplex over, and now going to apply the submission hold here. A move we might see Zack Sabre Jr. employ, but it's a similar type of submission style at times from PJ Black.
5 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes.
A 24-year pro. He's been doing this for so long, traveled all around the globe, honing his skills, and has been able to accomplish relevancy throughout his whole career. Very impressive career that he's had. I'm not sure that PJ Black is stronger than Alex Coughlin in this situation.
Nice block. Good defense. And a kick out.
Oh, my God. And rolls him up.
Roll up
for the victory.
2. Almost had it. But PJ Black clubs him on the way in.
Very quick to capitalize and to ground Alex Coughlin, knowing his full potential, knowing how powerful he is. And that's a smart game plan, to keep him grounded, keep him off his feet.
Alex Coughlin is going to have a career in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I believe that he is very close to graduating from the dojo system, and I think he's going to be terrific. He's learning some valuable skills here, though.
No doubt about it. When he gets an opportunity to wrestle with guys of this kind of experience in PJ Black, I mean, he's absorbing the education right now. It's the right move for him.
Yeah, lines, fires, no, catches the boot. PJ Black tried to stop Coughlin. You can see Alex a little bit slowed right now, but now gets quick. Flying shoulder tackle puts PJ Black down.
And he showed great adaptability. He got kicked several times, and he was able to block the ladder kicks. And look at that stalling gut wrench suplex. The power on it.
Freakishly strong, tremendous, 2, and a kick out. So Alex Coughlin now starting to put something together here on New Japan Strong. The road to Tag Team Turbulence. The 8-team tournament starts off next week. PJ Black standing switch. Another switch. This time Coughlin looking German suplex. Dumps PJ Black right over the back. Here's a cover. Just laying on him. It's all it might take, 2, and a kick out.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the full cover, hooking his legs. He has taken a lot of damage in this match so far.
But we're getting near 10 minutes, and Alex Coughlin looks to be in decent shape, even though he has taken a lot of punishment. And now PJ Black, Coughlin had something in mind. PJ Black had the answer, 2, and no!
Wow,
I thought
impressive that Alex Coughlin was able to kick out of that Spanish fly off the top. And that's what's so dangerous about PJ Black, is he can attack you from any point of the ring. He's very, very impressive high flyer as well.
And look at Coughlin, smart, recognizing PJ Black on the ropes above him. Let's go all the way across and make PJ Black come get him. And he'll try it again from the opposite neutral corner. And this time, whoa, wait a minute.
He went for the crossbody, but Alex Coughlin was able to reverse it and pick him up. And I think he's about to go for that fallaway slam suplex. Look at that bridge.
2! And PJ Black is able to kick out.
That's so close, Kevin. That was so close.
You would never know that less than a year ago, Alex Coughlin was on the injured list with a neck issue with as much strength and tenacity as he's displaying here. A hell of a fight with PJ Black in this Open Challenge series.
Trading hard forearms.
And now PJ Black downstairs, back into the midsection with the kicks. Straight right hand. And now up on the shoulders. Look at this, Alex.
1,
2. Got it.
Time, 9 minutes and 33 seconds. Here is your winner, PJ Black.
What a competitive matchup. Took a toll on both of these opponents.
Once
The
again,
experience
your
of
winner
PJ Black
PJ
has earned him the victory.
Well, I wonder who will be next to answer Alex Coughlin. What type of tests and challenges he will continue to face. Coming up in just a little while, our main event, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander one-on-one against Rocky Romero. And of course, Tag Team Turbulence kicks off next week. And in typical Young Lion fashion, there's no handshaking. That's toughness right there. PJ Black is your winner, and our main event is coming up in just a few, folks, here on New Japan Strong.
Would you have to? Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Token Shop Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like every month. I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now. I just ordered a mask. Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face.
I love Token Shop Global.
I as well.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
お待たせしました。本日のメインイベント、30分一本勝負を行います。
There are times in the industry, Alex, where a guy has buzz. And right now, Josh Alexander has a ton of buzz. And having him here on New Japan Strong is great.
The walking weapon, Josh Alexander!
Great addition to our roster. 6'1", 230 pounds from Canada, a 16-year pro, a two-time Impact World Tag Team Champion, as well as an Impact X Division Champion. The man is dangerous.
The Iron Man match he recently had with TJP on Impact was absolutely tremendous. And I think Josh Alexander had better be ready for one hell of a fight. Because I think Rocky is ready to bring it.
Much more than glorious. Forever clotheslining like a minibus with a surplus of energy for all.
Well, if we're going to talk about the accolades of Josh Alexander, we got to mention the accolades of Rocky Romero, a 24-year pro in pro wrestling, has wrestled all around the world for every major organization. New Japan has obviously always been his home. A former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion as a Black Tiger reincarnation. That's why he's carrying the mask with him as a way to re-inspire him again.
Former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions as well, with a variety of partners, including Alex Kozlov.
He's held that title twice with me, twice with another nobody, and 4 times with another super nobody.
Again, the list of luminaries that Rocky has teamed with. Jeremy Marcus is our official. The main event is underway. Josh Alexander, Rocky Romero, here we go. Put it.
Like, Kevin, I mean, Rocky has had to go back to square one to build himself up again to be in this match here. You know, after a string of losses, you know, he needed to rededicate himself to pro wrestling. You know, he's found challenges in the young lions, and, you know, as you know, this generation of young lions are no joke for anybody. He's built up his confidence again, built himself up to be in this position, to test himself against somebody like
Alexander, of course, is going to look to submit Rocky Romero via the ankle lock. Rocky can go in a variety of directions, but Alex, his sweet spot as far as submissions are concerned would be targeting the left arm.
Yes, that's his bread and butter. Targeting that left arm, and if it's not available, he's also got a really painful ankle lock, just like Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander, you know, a side headlock on Josh Alexander over there. Josh Alexander is also, you know, very versatile. He's got a lot of submissions and a lot of power moves that can completely, you know, knock out his opponent.
And I got a feeling that his young son, Jet, very excited to see Dad in action here on New Japan Strong against Rocky Romero. Rocky got fireman carried over close to the ropes. Well, you know, Alex, the next time that the fans tune in for New Japan Strong, we will be starting Tag Team Turbulence with 4 first-round matches next week. I am super excited for this tag team tournament.
I cannot wait for that. And how about Talkin' Shop Mania finally invades New Japan Strong? The Good Brothers. The Good Brothers are
That's
back.
one thing on their resume I might like to avoid. How about the fact that they are former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, World Tag League winners, and an obvious favorite to win this 8-team tournament. But you can't sleep on Brody King, Chris Dickinson. How about Team Filthy as well? And Yuji Nagata, Ren Narita teaming up. There's going to be a ton of great stars and great tag team action starting next week. Monkey flip. Romero, though, lands close to his feet, re-snatches the side headlock. Alexander shoots him into the ropes. Baseball slide through. Rocky with the quickness edge, and it's taken advantage of right here. Another side headlock takeover. Alex, Rocky seems to be moving really well.
He's moving well. You can see that he was very well prepared for this match. He's done his homework, and I like his strategy, you know, working on that head of Josh Alexander. You know that Josh Alexander has got, you know, cauliflower ear underneath that, you know, head, you know, that gear over there, and he's working it. He's applying pressure.
Gonna look to knot that quad up as Romero snaps a kick. Alexander the back heel trip. And now Josh off the ropes. Rocky with the drop down. Uh-oh, gets caught. No, drop down. The elbow catches Romero on the side of the jaw. Beautiful. Alex, look at that.
Takes him over with that hurricanrana. I love it. And I think Rocky might be looking to
manage
fly.
Those risks, Rock, but it pays off with the tope suicida.
A very painful maneuver to be on the receiving end of that. Just imagine somebody's head flying with momentum, crashing into your sternum on the outside.
Full speed, 200-pound man flying through the ropes, crashing into your Rocky. Hit the deck hard as well. That's why they call it high risk.
7.
Jeremy Marcus applying the count. Both men will have to get back in before the 20 count.
10. 11.
Alexander tried to duck out of the way. Rocky caught him, now rolls him back in. Rocky Romero looking very comfortable, very confident as Alexander retreats to the blue corner. As far as he can away, Rocky might be looking to dial up some forever clotheslines, but Alexander with the elbow.
Catches
that boot caught Romero, and now Jeremy Marcus counts 2 and a kick out. Of course, Sunday, July 25th, Tokyo Dome Wrestle Grand Slam. It will be the Dragon Shingo Takagi defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Kota Ibushi in the main event, and that will be on NJPWWorld.com. Alexander jamming the knee into the spine of Romero, who fires a chop into the chest.
Well, this is what Josh Alexander is so good. When he gains control of his opponents, the way that he picks them apart, very methodically. He knows exactly what he's doing. Now look at him putting pressure on the middle of the back of Rocky Romero, cranking on the neck upwards.
TJP and Clark Connors, one of the teams in Tag Team Turbulence, and having spoken with TJP about Josh Alexander, nothing but respect for the man he wrestled in that Iron Man match with recently, and said that the sky is the limit here on New Japan Strong for Josh Alexander. Oh, out of the way at the last split second. Romero able to avoid that chop, fires one of his own.
Josh Alexander is the bigger man here in this match, and Rocky is going to have to use his agility to duck out of harm's way and get back to what he's good at, which is what he's doing here, working on that arm.
Rocky rededicating himself to professional wrestling after some bitter disappointments earlier on in the year. Alexander shoves him off underneath, ducks another one. Rocky starting to move. Wait a minute. This time gets caught and able to turn it into a DDT.
Josh Alexander catching Rocky Romero, trying to powerbomb him, and Rocky being so versatile, being able to reverse that into a DDT. The pain that Josh Alexander is in right now. This allows Rocky to recuperate from the damage that he's taken.
And that size advantage that Alexander does have, those big shots that Romero has absorbed, have taken their toll. But Rocky is on his feet and is looking good here as he's closing in now. Let's see if he can set Josh up. Might be looking for that drop kick out of the corner here. See if he's able to... Oh, Josh Alexander, not as weak as Romero would like.
And Josh fighting from that apron. And a couple of kicks from Rocky Romero. Will he be able to connect with that drop kick?
Nicely done by Rocky Romero. Floats over Marcus 2 and a kick out. A kick out by Josh Alexander.
Rocky, you can see, still holding on to his back. He took quite a bit of punishment.
I think he might have done something to his back when he hit the deck after the tope suicida. That was earlier on. Now look at Shiranui and Josh Alexander. Again, Rocky avoids it. Uh-oh. Now Rocky's in trouble.
Watch out. Josh Alexander is known for a very painful ankle lock. He's submitted many opponents with that. And Rocky able to roll him and push him into that post in the corner.
And now Rocky's going to take flight, looking for and delivering that satellite DDT. There it is. Cover 2, and Rocky almost gets it done.
Josh barely being able to kick out of that spinning DDT.
And look at the difficulty
top.
Rocky is already in with that ankle. He didn't spend a whole lot of time in that ankle lock, and it wasn't even fully applied. That's how effective Josh Alexander's use of the ankle lock is. So Rocky's going to have to put this away quickly, and it looks like he's going to. Going after the arm here, Alex.
If he can drop that knee, and he does.
Right on point. So Romero is in the driver's seat here and could be looking for the arm submission. Alexander trying to keep him away, Alex. Rocky slips around, though, and nails him in the shoulder with another kick.
You know, it really throws you off when one of your weapons is neutralized, you know. When you don't have your left arm on you. Really throws your game plan off.
And now Alexander off the ropes. That's what he tried earlier. Oh, got it!
But Josh quickly holding on to that arm.
The Butcher's...
If Rocky is able to extend the arm...
Now, wait a minute now, the stack. Alexander with a boot on the side of the head. Romero almost had it. And now Josh Alexander.
He's trying to go for that underhook pile driver, but unable to because his left arm is compromised.
Swing and a miss.
10 minutes has elapsed. 10 minutes.
Rolls him up, pulling through, power bomb, bridge, 2, and kicked out.
And a rolling German suplex, shades of Doug Williams. A very effective maneuver.
So Josh Alexander nearly puts him away. And stomps right on the ankle. Oh my God, Rocky Romero is in agony.
Look how tight that is. Rocky is in the middle of that ring. He would have to make some distance to get to that rope. Trying to move his body. Goes for the enziguri. Josh ducks and catches him with the reverse kick.
And now a roll up from Rocky. Rocky 2 almost got it. Jumping knee. Walk it up.
Catches him with a Shiranui.
Rocky, can he cover? Took just an extra second. 2. And that extra second, but now locking in the armbar again.
Man, these men are going back and forth. Both men did their homework.
Rocky turned Alexander away from the ropes. Look at Alexander, though. Trapped the leg, Alex.
He trapped the leg and was able to hook the ankle lock again.
Wait a minute. Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
Hang on, be careful. Watch out. So you have the strength to do it. Oh,
my God. Drops his back on his knee and goes for that underhook pile driver.
Say goodnight, Rocky Romero. Josh Alexander wins. What a main event.
11 minutes and 51
wow,
seconds.
that last
Here
minute
is your winner,
had me on my toes.
Alexander.
My nervous system is shut off.
I'll tell you what, doesn't matter who the strong openweight champion is. At some point, Josh Alexander is going to come calling. And if that time does come, brother, it will be epic. Congratulations, the walking weapon does it again. And now, let's hear some comments from the victorious Josh Alexander.
Nearly 15 years it took me to get to a wrestling company that calls professional wrestling a sport. Listen to me. I am a top-tier athlete. I am a top-tier professional wrestler. I have been around the globe and made a name for myself to get here, and I'm not leaving anytime soon. I am sorry, Rocky Romero, for what I had to do to you. I'm sorry you had to suffer for what I have worked for what I want most. But this is a warning for the rest of the New Japan roster. I don't care if you're overseas. I don't care if you're here in New Japan Strong. If you wrestle here, if you're in this locker room, you have a target on your backs. And the walking weapon ain't going nowhere.